It's so interesting to see how different our lives are than what we ever imagined as a young married couple.
Ken was going to be a successful biomedical engineer. I was going to stay at home and raise the kids in a very nice house in America. What we've ended up doing is raising the kids in the heat of Asia on borrowed furniture in small flats starting in India and now in Thailand. Ken has worked as an engineer, consultant, visionary, encourager, and administrator from the poorest of hospitals to children's homes, to training centers, to church plants in dysfunctional places.
Sharon has been stretched to raise and homeschool kids in difficult places, to teach art to kids who have never been allowed to draw using barely any supplies, and then to be convicted to go back to school to start in midlife as a teacher. Now we are entering a new time in our lives. Carrie, our youngest, is about to enter the college life. Colin has started his photography business and is now looking towards the future. And Sam is almost finished college and is ready to begin her next step. Sharon and I will be empty nesters, but we never hope to have an empty time.
Upon returning to Thailand on this new adventure, Ken is hoping to expand his vision of Create Space, a ministry to young people who need someone to come alongside them and let them explore their skills in computer, the sciences, and math. He's finally getting a chance to go back to what he does best. The first Create Space has opened up at Grace International School with about 15 students participating weekly. We are excited to see where this idea will go. Our church here is ministering to the people of Thailand, and Ken is helping with those projects through SIM and the Family Connection Foundation. He has had the privilege of working with the foreign and Thai staff as FCF works in various areas, including homes for kids who need a safe place to live, Bible training for tribal pastors along the borders of Thailand, and a church planting ministry to the impoverished people who live in the city. As an engineering consultant and project manager, Ken is helping these ministries realize their visions through organizing, planning, and sharing their dreams so that others may participate. Imagine having a gun put into your hands when you should have been in grade school. Imagine having to fight against people you didn't know for a reason you didn't understand. Imagine being so desperate you make a run for it across a closed border and hide in the big city for the next decade. Then you finally meet someone you trust and he introduces you to Christ. Baum is such a guy. He met our friend Stefan through the inner city ministry. Over time, they established a relationship of trust. He is now a believer, but life is hard. He's not a documented person yet, but we're working on that. He and several others have left the informal, underground economy and are working at jobs of value that bring self-respect. This is the kind of thing that Ken helps to set up.
Sharon will continue to work at Grace International School as the high school art teacher and department head. Grace currently has about 550 students made up of kids from missionary families serving all over Southeast Asia. The kids of Westerners working here and Thai kids who want an international education. The parents of the MKs are crossing borders into difficult places surrounding Thailand or are serving the Thais here. Because of their cross-cultural experience, these kids are very gifted in the arts of music, drama, writing, photography, and visual arts. The opportunities in this area for using art to communicate to the world and using art as ministry to others is abounding. For example, in November, the art students raise money for ministry by entering a personal piece of art into an auction. Using money from the event, the students are able to go and teach art to a group of kids who have lost so much in the genocide happening in Burma. This year was the first year for an art chapel, showing the high schoolers how the arts can be used to communicate the message of redemption to a world where the arts often give messages of despair, chaos, and the nothingness of life. At the annual art show this year, the students hope to create pieces that will help our community remember the trauma from the tsunami that hit Japan and to keep that message alive.
As a couple, we feel like the world is full of opportunities for those of us with talents in business, teaching, administration, computers, engineering, and the arts to serve God. We thank you so much for allowing us to continue to serve as missionaries overseas while you continue to serve as missionaries at home.